Welcome to a new episode of the Sustainable Living Podcast and the season dedicated to green female voices. Today we're discussing the recently launched deposit return system in Romania and the broader sustainability impact. My guest is Gemma Webb, the CEO of RetuRO, who brings a wealth of experience spanning over 25 years across industries and leadership experience that equips her with invaluable strategic insights and a holistic understanding of consumer behavior, supply chain dynamics, and market trends. Gemma Webb, welcome to the Sustainable Living Podcast.
Thank you so much, Nicolette. I'm delighted to be here.
So let's start with the deposit return system, on short DRS. I would like to understand more about the program and if you can give us an overview of RetuRO and the motivation behind the launch of the program in Romania.
Okay, so first of all, the implementation of the deposit return system in Romania will really transform the recycling environment in Romania here today. RetuRO is the administrator who is implementing this system. Now, the deposit return system is a system that's been used in a number of countries in Europe, and it's had tremendous impacts on recycling. And today we can see those countries are recycling at a rate of over 90%. The object of implementing it here in Romania, where we have very low recycling rates, is firstly to enable us to meet the recycling target set by the EU of 65%. But more importantly is to change the culture of recycling here in Romania and to make it part of the daily lives, that it's natural to recycle. And this is the fundamental of it. It makes recycling accessible to everybody. Retailers, a number of players play a key role in it, and retailers particularly play a vital role in the successful delivery of the system, because they're the face with the consumer, and it's their approach to the consumer that will encourage the consumer even further to return the containers for recycling.
This program holds immense potential to advance Romanian sustainability goals. How does RetuRO anticipate that the deposit return system will contribute to these goals? And additionally, what impact do you foresee for the program having on recycling rates and waste reduction efforts in Romania?
I think the deposit return scheme, DRS, is really fundamental to changing the recycling landscape in Romania, because what it does is we're putting in place an infrastructure which doesn't exist today. And this infrastructure enables the coming together of 19 million Romanian citizens, 80,000 businesses between retailers, producers, importers, to work together to enable 7 billion containers which are put on the market each year between glass, plastic and aluminium, to be recycled back into the system and to be used again for containers. So this is fundamental foundation for the circular economy as well. And this is all about sustainability.
This program presents its challenges, right? I mean, you had some obstacles during the way. Could you share some of the major hurdles RetuRO faced during the implementation, and how did you overcome these challenges, and what were some key achievements along the way?
So yes, huge challenges, and we're something so big and so complex with so many different players. Then there's bound to be challenges. But the most important thing is that of cooperation. And this has been the key to success so far. Everybody's focused on the prize. And what is the prize? The prize is the circular economy for beverage packaging. The prize is the sustainability in our environment. And the prize is a cleaner, greener Romania. And we have to keep focused on that. Once we keep focusing on the benefit, then it makes the challenges more easy and you fight harder. But yes, we've had huge challenges. Our main challenge is time, and that has been our main challenge, because to have this system working, we have to have 7 plants strategically placed all over Romania for the counting and sorting of these beverage containers. We have to collect from 65,000 retailers, and that's increasing every day. But 65,000 retailers, we have to collect on a daily and weekly basis all of the returned packaging. With regards to the producers and importers, we have to ensure that the specifications and the barcodes and the correct logo is on the products, so they're accepted by the RVM machines. And with the retailers, the smaller retailers who collect manually, we have to ensure that they're equipped with the starter kits, the bags and the containers for them to put the empty beverage containers in. These are key elements. The most important thing of all of that is to ensure everybody understands their role. And this has been one of the main challenges. Because you're impacting their daily lives. You're asking people to change their behaviors in terms of retailers, producers, and citizens, consumers. And that's quite difficult. And when we come to that, it's a matter of continuous education. I mean, we have issues like challenges in terms of data accuracy and things like that. These are normal things. But when you're dealing with it on such a large scale and a nationwide project, it takes that little bit of time. But what I have to say, the most important thing, and one thing that really is amazing, and that is the cooperation and the support from the producers, the retailers, the Romanian citizens, is just outstanding. I have to say, we asked for a 6 months delay so we could get the system up and running and test it. And that wasn't possible. So we've gone live with the system, implementing as we've been going, which is the main challenge. But the support to ensure that this works has been just fantastic. And it shows the determination of everybody to put Romania on the map for recycling at a very high level. And this gives you great pride and confidence, you know, and it gives you the determination and the courage to keep going.
Your leadership plays an important role in driving environmental initiatives like this program. Could you elaborate on the unique perspectives and contributions that women brings to leadership roles in sustainability particularly?
Look, I'm a great fan, obviously, of diversity all the way through my career. And for me, I've always had a very balanced team between male and female and different nationalities, because people bring different perspectives. And our job is about decision making, understanding issues, and ensuring we make the right decisions and problem solving. And important for that is looking at things from a different perspective. And also in terms of working together, women do very well in terms of building relationships, collaboration, empathy, building long-term relationships, looking at long-term interests. And this has been quite helpful, because in this role, when you're looking at such big challenges and you really need every single party to work together, then these traits are helpful and supportive.
Engaging consumers is essential for the success of the program. Could you shed light on the strategies that RetuRO employs to encourage consumer participation and foster an understanding of the significance of the program initiatives among the public?
Yes, the first thing with regards to the consumer, which is critical, if the consumers don't understand it and don't buy into it, then we have an issue, because we're asking them to change their daily lives. And, you know, so important for the consumers is, first of all, to make sure they understand what the deposit return scheme is. ensure that they understand how it actually works. And we need to encourage them to bring back and return the containers. These are key. So we put together a wonderful, the team put together a wonderful program, which started off with using the hora, the traditional dance, which the principles are people to join in, hold hands, follow the steps, and keep going. And this hora was the part of the first advert that we launched as fantastic song, and it really is all about working together, which is the core. In terms of the campaign, so that's the start of the campaign, and the campaign for education and encouraging consumers is on TV, radio, outdoor advertising, digital, also working with key influencers, key opinion leaders, and also doing educational programs. So it is quite vast. It's what we call it, it's a 360-degree consumer campaign, trying to touch every part of consumers' daily life. So the key touch points, so we can educate them, we can inform them, and help them to make it easy for them to be part of the system. So this is key for us. We're also doing webinars, so we can provide consumers more clarification, and a number of different programs. We have here at the moment 12 customer service representatives, which answer to not just the retailers' queries, but also consumers. We have a number of consumers calling as well, and that we're encouraging as well. We're also going to do roadshows throughout the country in the next few weeks. And that'll be for retailers, but also for consumers, because we'll go to different villages. So people, it'll be live, they'll see things live, which helps.
You mentioned earlier that the collaboration with other entities is crucial for the effectiveness of the program. How does RetuRO collaborate with businesses, with governmental bodies and NGOs to enhance the impact and reach of the program?
One of the unique things about Romania and the way Romania has set up the implementation of the deposit return scheme is the structure of RetuRO and our shareholders. So our shareholders, we have 4 key shareholders. The government represents 20% of our shareholding. The retailers represent 20%. The Breweries Association of Brewers represents 30%, and the Association of Soft Drinks represents 30%. Okay, so the producers are 60%, government 20%, and 20% retailers. This is the only company globally outside of Iceland that have set it up in this way. And this is one of the keys for success, because you've got all of the principal players to make sure this works sitting on our board and part of RetuRO. So this is fantastic. And this is the first step in ensuring collaboration. Then when you look, RetuRO is the hub. And linked to that hub to make it work, we have, first of all, 4,000 producers and importers that we have to ensure that we have all of their products listed on the system with the specifications, with the barcodes, and that links to the retailers for the automatic vending machines where the information goes in automatically. So we have to link to the retailers to ensure they have the equipment, and also with the independent retailers, the smaller retailers, to make sure they're fully aware that they can collect the containers, send them back to us, or we collect it from them, and then we refund the deposit to them. So RetuRO being the hub, working very well with all of these players is critical, and positive collaboration with them is really, really important, because if it doesn't work with one, then the system is weak. So the collaboration is key with everybody, and we found everybody very cooperative and very supportive and helpful.
Let's discuss about the future plans and expansion. Looking ahead, what are RetuRO's plans for expanding the program? If there are any specific innovations or improvements RetuRO aims to implement to further advance the program's objectives?
Okay, so at the moment we're at the implementation stage. So we have our first priority is to get all of the plants operational by June this year, nationwide. Today we have a number of plants operational, which we launched in terms of Cluj. We've expanded Cluj, and we've also have Timișoara. And here we have, between all of the sites that are operational today, we can process about 1.5 billion containers. Okay, today, where are we? We collected 30,000 containers in December. In January, we collected 2.2 million. In February, 20 million. And March, we're looking at an estimated 60 million. So this is fantastic. So we have more than enough capacity at the moment to process. And we will continue to launch in a couple of weeks' time. We're launching Brasov, accounting center in Brasov. That's opening and will be operational. Then we're going to launch Bucharest, which will be the largest counting and sorting center. And following that, we will launch in Bacău. And following on from there until June, everything will be, the main centers will be open. So that's our foreseeable future over the next number of months. What's critical for RetuRO this year and for the deposit return scheme is to get the system implemented and working. And that takes time. So that we are focused on doing this year. And then next year will be a process of continuous improvement to ensure the efficiency in the system. So that's year 2 of continuous improvement. While doing all of this, sustainability is key. So we will also put together a long-term sustainability plan, because RetuRO should be the model of sustainability. Okay, but this is a long-term plan. But this is an ideal company to be able to show how you can be sustainable in different ways. And so this, in terms of the foreseeable future, this is a great vision for us. And also, the vision that we have is in 5 years that the system is self-sufficient. At the moment, it's funded by the producers. Okay, and but the ideal is that it's self-sufficient, that we're very efficient, and the quality of materials that we sell to recyclers is so good, we get top quality price, and the system becomes self-sufficient. This is the ideal, and we've already seen it in Denmark last year. They didn't need any financing from the producers. The system was self-sufficient in itself. So self-sufficiency, the model of sustainability, and a role model for deposit return scheme, and making a step change in recycling in Europe would be the role that we see for Romania and RetuRO.
This is great, and let's continue to discuss about this model of sustainability. Drawing from RetuRO's experience in launching the deposit return system in Romania, what advice would you offer to other countries considering implementing a similar system, and how they can navigate challenges and maximize the effectiveness of such initiatives?
What we've seen, and we're getting a lot of calls from other markets because of the size of what we're doing in Romania and the speed with which we're implementing. No, my advice, and sorry, what I would say is the challenges, the early stage challenges that we're seeing in terms of data accuracy and getting the machines working in the retail outlets, things like that. This is very normal and is happening in every other country in the first 6 months of operating. My advice to the other countries is planning, plan, and take the advice and the learnings from the other markets. What we did is we traveled and went to see every other market that had, every country that had a deposit return scheme there. We spent 3 or 4 days there working with the people, going into the factory, working with their accounts department, working with their customer service to identify all of the learnings, because you don't want to make the same mistakes. And this is the key, you know, being a good follower is fantastic. No need to be ahead, but being a good follower is fantastic. So we took a lot of learnings. And my advice to the other countries is don't rush. There's no need to rush. You know, plan it well, implement it, and do it in a stable manner is my advice. But the key is cooperation, between all parties, and that's fundamental. You really need the support, patience, encouragement of all of the participants in the system to make it work.
Reflecting on RetuRO's role in Romania and globally, how do you envision the future of sustainability? What role do you see RetuRO and initiatives like this program plays in shaping that future?
And what I see, RetuRO has a role. RetuRO has a role, first of all, in education, in terms of the younger generation, for this to be a norm for them. And this is very, very important, because everything starts with that. And the younger generation have super impact on their parents, etc. We know that. So this is key for RetuRO. Also, in looking at every aspect of the business, I see RetuRO playing a role there in leading, in looking at the best ways to make different elements sustainable. We have collections. We will have 2,000 collections from the 80,000 retailers, 2,000 collections a day. This is huge. So we have to look at what's the environmental impact of that. What is, you can't change these things overnight. This is a fact, but you can have a plan, and what's the right way forward, and how can you make a positive impact on the environment. So because of what RetuRO is doing, it touches different elements. So there'll be lots of discussions, I foresee, in 8 months' time, once we're over the discussions on the implementation and it's smoother, then there'll be lots of other discussions that would be great to have, to look at how we can make it a role model for sustainability for other businesses. This would be fantastic.
Let's discuss about the personal motivation. How do you stay motivated amidst obstacles and challenges?
The one thing that's fantastic here is we have a team now today of 123 people. This time last year, there was 7 of us. So today we have 123 people. We have 3 factories running. In a couple of months' time, we'll have 7 factories running, or 7 plants running, counting and sorting centers. We'll have nearly 500 people. And it's the determination of making a difference. And everybody who's joined the business, and they all say, yes, you know, it's a great job, but we want to make a difference. And it's very seldom in life you get an opportunity to have such a legacy and make such a difference. And that's the thing that drives us. So every time it gets hard, we just stop and say, this is worth it. We keep going. And this is what's great. So team spirit, we look after each other, we work very well together. We have our debates, and the really strong debates, which is good. And it's just making a difference, and supporting each other is the important thing.
I would like to end our interview with one last question about the woman's role in driving sustainable change. Because now you are a female leader in the sustainability realm. Could you elaborate on the important role women play in driving sustainable change, both within the industry and in broader society? And furthermore, how can organizations like yours or like other organizations support and amplify female voices in sustainability?
I think the female voices, we have to lead by example. I've worked in many male-dominated industries, the chemical industry, the packaging industry, tobacco industry, and as females, we have tremendous attributes that we can make a difference in terms of our empathy, our relationship building skills, our collaboration, also our determination. And I think women leaders need to show the way, and that encourages other women to come forward. And we really have to be models and examples, and also encourage the more junior managers, female managers in the business, to stand up and be heard. I think every female leader has their space, and they should take their space.
In conclusion, the Deposit Return Scheme program stands as a testament to the transformative potential of innovative initiatives in driving sustainable change. Also, through its implementation, this program has also paved the way for a more circular economy and reduced waste. Gemma Webb, thank you for being here with us today.
Nicoletta, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Have a great day.